This is question 1a from chapter 1c. The question is x squared plus 2x plus 5 equals 0, and we need to solve for x. So I'm going to do it by the method of completing the square. So because I'm looking at, the rule I'm thinking of is that x, let's put a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So I'm likening that to here, but this is the term that has been doubled. So I'm going to write that it's x plus 1 squared, because that would give me x squared plus 2x plus 1. So that would give me the first two terms, the x squared plus 2x, but it only gives me 1 instead of 5. So I need to add on 4 more to make my 5. Now I'm going to replace the 4 with negative I squared. Because I squared is equal to negative 1, so that's technically the same thing. Now I can see that that's in the form of a squared plus b squared is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So I'm going to take this bit as my a term and that as my b. So in that case I would write x plus 1, take away 2i, multiplied by x plus 1, but this is my a. Now we need to add 2i. So the 2i's are my b part. So now I can see that my solutions are that x plus 1 is take away 2i is equal to 0. So solving that, we get x is equal to negative 1 plus 2i. Now if I look at the second one, I've got x plus 1 plus 2i is equal to 0. Rearranging that, we get x is equal to negative 1 minus 2i. So my solutions are that x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus 2i. Question C, we've got x squared take 14x plus 149 is equal to 0. So once again I'm thinking about the rule that a plus b is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So I'm going to use half of 14, so I'll have x take 7 and square that. So that would give me x squared minus 14x, but then that would also give me plus 49 when I square this one here. So to compensate the fact that I've already got plus 49, I only need to add on 100 to make up this 149. So that will be equal to 0. So now I can see that this is going to be similar to the last question, where I'm going to rewrite this as x minus 7 squared minus 100i squared is equal to 0. Now that's of the form a plus b multiplied by a minus b is equal to a squared plus b squared. Oh, sorry, that should have been a minus b squared up there. So x minus 7 is going to be my a. Now I'll have plus 10i. Then we'll have x minus 7, which is my a. Take away 10i is equal to 0. So looking at the first bracket term now, we've got that x minus 7 is plus 10i is equal to 0. So that gives me x is equal to 7 plus 10i. If I look at the second bracket term, we've got x minus 7 minus 10i is equal to 0. So x is equal to 7 plus 10i. So overall we've got x is equal to 7 plus or minus 10i as my solutions.